I'm Alan Dale, and this is the We Are Tourism podcast. I want to tell you, I love being here in St. John's, Newfoundland, talking to people that are involved in such a vibrant and interesting sector that is the hospitality industry in Newfoundland and Labrador. There's a few storytellers in the room, and I hear you're one of them. So why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
So my name is Trina Reid. My husband and I own a business called Under the Stump, and we're located in Rocky Harbour, Newfoundland, Grossmore National Park. Our business is all about accessible Newfoundland Indigenous cultural experiences.
Unpack it for me. What's the experience all about?
So what we do is we actually take people, one of our experiences, there's 4 different ones on this one specific experience. We take you into the remote backcountry behind Grossmore Mountain, not in the park, but the views are of the park. We showcase our foraging, talk about our stories and our culture, our Indigenous heritage, and we have lunch on the Barrens, pick a few berries, do our signature drink called the Trickster, which is a story into itself.
Tell me the story.
The story, how it all started was I tried to figure out how do we expand the season in tourism. We started it as a summer season. Now we actually can go year round, but how do I showcase berries when there's no berries? So we dehydrate our partridge and blueberries. We create a drink that looks like a rimmed Caesar, but it's rimmed with sugar with partridge and blueberries, fruit punches, and it's non-alcoholic, so anybody can engage in this drink, but you get to make it. And the Trickster name came from our customers. We were asking clients, what could we call it? And the name Under the Stump is actually from my dad, who passed 20 years ago, and he always told me when I was a little girl, he found me under the stump. So we called it Under the Stump, about getting back to our roots and our culture. And there's little people in our Mi'kmaq culture, and the little people will play tricks on humans. Right? Not bad tricks, but little tricks.
Right.
And so the clients thought, what a neat name, because you make it your own when you make this drink.
Right.
So we called it the Trickster.
Wow.
Yeah.
So to get to your destination, you've got to fly into Deer Lake or drive across the island or come in from the ferry.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So you can fly into Deer Lake, rent a car, or you can drive, come through Port aux Basques, up to Deer Lake again, and then continue north.
Yeah.
And you come into Grossmore National Park and you enter into Rocky Harbour. The scenes are amazing.
Talk to me about them.
Oh, we have mountains and trees and ponds, not lakes. We have more ponds. But everything is lush, green. You're so connected to the earth and connected to the people. And that's what our business is about. It's about getting you to talk to a local person. When you phone me, you're on the phone. I'm chatting with you. You're going on a tour with me and our family. If we do the Baker's Brook Walk, is where my grandmother is from, then you're actually on the land with me and my mother. And they were relocated back in that time when Parks Canada arrived. There was that relocation program. Mm-hmm. So we talk about that just to share that, but we also talk about the Indigenous culture and how we get reconnected back to the land. So you're walking in the places that my parents, my grandparents, my ancestors walked. You're picking mussels in the ocean, so you're getting your feet wet.
Wow.
Yeah, and one important thing I really want to showcase is about the accessibility piece. That's really important for us. So what we do is, if you come and you have physical, cognitive, hearing, or visual impairments, our business is all about that. So we have hearing pieces, speakers for hearing impairments. If you cannot hear, we have iPads that will take the dictation so you can read. If you're visually impaired, we describe it, but we also will gear it around to your abilities. It's not about the disability, it's about the abilities. Right. So we will get you foraging more and more taste testing. We'll get you touching the earth in your bare feet, more sounds. We work on the abilities you have. Physical disabilities, we have steppers to help you get into the vehicle, lighter helmets. So again, like I said, that's the accessibility piece. And we also have a son who has autism, and that's why this business became. That's how it started. And for Scott, 2 years ago, he said, Mom, what will I be? What will I do? And I didn't know what he was going to do. I had no idea. So I thought, you know what? We got to come up with something. He couldn't drive the vehicles. He wasn't really connected with people at that point. Now he is,
Yeah.
but at that point he wasn't. So we started creating our own products of soaps and candles, and we picked the berries and we put them in the soaps and candles. We pick the seaweed and dehydrate it, put it in the candles. So when you get to leave, you get a little piece of our area to take home with you, and it's created by people who have disabilities. So yeah, so that's our whole business.
Well, I want to tell you, for many people around the globe, to go to that part of the world is on their bucket list, right? It's a true destination. Coupled on top of that, you're providing an amazing experience. And then coupled on top of that, you're making it accessible to everybody.
We are. That's our goal. That's our goal.
And that's what the face of tourism looks like in Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you very much for being on.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.